My name is Ilze Jece, and I'm one of the facilitators in this forum. We've been working several months already to build this, and now it's quite a celebration of many teachers, youth workers, different representatives of other institutions coming together, and we're bringing all this knowledge that they have forward with a hope that there'll be networking and bringing it back home, the inspiration, the knowledge, and there will be more cross-sectoral cooperation happening. Maybe on a European level, who knows? I don't know how it would not be important. I mean, if you're looking at what's happening around the world, and the youth is a great population that we have, so we need everyone on board on fighting for the climate change, bringing their voice up. We need teachers, youth workers really involved in fostering that environment where young people can learn critical thinking, and really foster these attitudes that you can do something and that your voice matters, and we need you there because we really need everyone in order to be able actually to have a hope in the world. Because looking at what's happening now, it's an urgent work. It's not something that we can, just talk about, and we need really practical approaches. We really need hands-on work in the schools, in the youth centers, actually to have a hope. And it is like my research and where I'm focusing a lot is eco-anxiety, and if we look at the data of how young people feel about their futures, there's not much optimism. There's a great amount of pessimism, and that is not necessarily linked to the action. It's linked to being frozen, being really, not feeling hopeful about the world, which again includes even sleep problems, food problems, relating to the family and friends. So there's a great amount of disturbance actually how the world is to the mental health of the young people. And that means that we need to tackle that issue even through the mental health issues. And we need to bring some action and also some hope, because with action comes hope. I'm a product of a lot of European fund promoted programs. My values have been much more strengthened because I have been participating, I have been networking. I have friends all over Europe, and for me, what happens in Germany, what happens in Portugal, what happens all across the world, it's personal. And when it becomes personal, I'm much more ready to fight and to stand up for what is right if there's injustice happening. So I think the primary goal actually for all these European programs is personal. Is to get people see how other people live, what are their values, and sometimes also what do we do when the values are very conflicting, because it's not easy thing, and especially now with the polarization of society, what do we do in these situations when we are facing the values that are completely different to the world we are having. So I think I would actually like to see more space for these conflicting opinions and this polarization, because these are not easy topics to tackle, but so important, and so important especially in the years that we have been living in, pandemics, wars, and so on. So definitely I would say strengthening personal connections is the key success that has been happening through European programs, and we can label them as the solidarity corps and but we are still humans behind all these words, and I think making connections is what is making the change, basically. I feel very privileged to be able to hear so many people who are so passionate about the work that they do. And I leave home every event that I go to, that I happen to facilitate, quite inspired, because this is the combination of people who are really active, who are really passionate, who are really knowledgeable coming together, and I get to hear all of them and I get to interact with them. So for me, I think I find hope in these facilitation events, because I need that. And additional to that, I have smiles and I have these conversations. I have for a few days this community, which is very essential for survival and which we do not have often at home in our villages, in our communities that we actually live in. But this is sort of maybe, yes, artificial community that's created, but it's very essential as a resource for me, but also I believe for other people when they get back home. Oh, I had this inspiring moment that conference that actually keeps me motivated and keeps me working. It's the same for me, and I hope it's the same also for all the participants.